Alright, guys, I'm here to recap the UFC Perth card that happened. Uh, but first, as you can see here, we did profit quite, not as much as I'd hoped, but I mean, we did do pretty good, I guess. Uh, but we're here to talk about the recap of the card. The fuck? Okay. Um, okay, so we'll start off with Loma Luke Boom versus Alexei Tainara. I fucking told you so. I told you so. Don't say I didn't tell you so. That Asian fighters are generally more skilled, but they're just gonna lose to a large, testosterone-filled Brazilian. And I need to close my door because people are gonna hear me yell into my mic at 9 p.m. But I'm telling you, that's like the formula. Like, you cannot deny that eventually an Asian fighter, unless you're fucking Zhang Wei Li, that you're gonna get smudged by a lesser skilled Brazilian person, right? I mean, look at Yan Xiaonan, right? I mean, this is just a classic example. Alexei Tainara, I can't even matchmake women MMA because I don't know it that well, especially strawweight. But pretty good win for Alexei Tainara. Okay, this was a pretty good fight. Brando Perchich versus Alicia Ellison. As it turns out, Alicia Ellison's actually a guy. Crazy, right? Brando Perchich looks pretty good. He I don't know, his stand-up was pretty solid. There's nothing that Alicia Ellison had for Perchich besides maybe like a couple jabs. Like, I look at that, 3 and 9, right? On total strikes. I'm gonna say Brando Perchich should go against Taliesin Teixeira. I feel like that's a pretty good fight. Brando Perchich is really fast, like rapid fast for a heavyweight. And Taliesin Teixeira's got big power. That'll be a pretty fun fight to see. Yeah, I think he should get a ranked fight next, or even could be ranked now. And Luana Carolina versus Michelle Montague. I did not watch this fight, but, I mean, good job for the Australians. I guess they won the fight. Now, this fight was, it was really interesting. I did pick, this was one of the ones that we actually picked, and we got right. It was actually an underdog. Colby Thickness versus Josias Musasa. Colby Thickness, man, Colby Thickness is genuinely, such an interesting fighter. You know what I mean? His stand-up was pretty poop. Not gonna lie. He just, danced around the outside. And, the thing that really, allowed him to win, you'd expect me to say the grappling, but that's really obvious. Colby Thickness was just better in the grappling, and he went into mount several times and won rounds. But Colby Thickness has crazy durability, and that includes his chin. He didn't even get knocked down once. He was just getting fucked up on the feet. Legitimately had no answer for his power or Musasa's speed. But Colby Thickness, the only answer he had was his chin and his durability. And he was able to, grit through 2 rounds. I mean, I'm going to think Colby Thickness was a little lucky. The fact that he got him down and got into mount and hit Musasa enough to win these rounds. But, holy shit. Colby Thickness, I think he should fight... I think he should fight against the winner of Patchy Mix versus that other guy that's happening soon. I don't think he's going to be crazy good. He might be top 15 eventually. But we'll see. All right, we did get this fight wrong. Rolando Bedoya versus Jamie Malarkey. I mean, all I have to say is, Malarkey just did more than Bedoya. I mean, I was just pretty... I think Bedoya should be cut, honestly, at this point. He's, 3-0 in the UFC? But he looked good, but he just didn't... He was, a step below Jamie Malarkey. It's kind of hard to watch because we lost this pick, but it happened. Okay, now this was a good fight too. We won this one. Also an underdog, Andre Paczynski versus Cam Rowston. It's nothing to say. Paczynski just got chinned. Cam Rowston, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty fast. I mean, we'll see how he does. But I don't think this is a crazy good win. Oh yeah, by the way, if I skip who should fight the next, or who like if I skip a matchmaking, it's because I just don't care for them, and that includes Cam Ruston. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so next we have Navajo Sterling versus Rodolfo Gelato. But like Rodolfo Gelato, he looked better than he was before, but I don't think he's UFC worthy. He has the ability to like walk forward in his own awkward way, but he does it in a way that it doesn't look like he's completely shit, like someone like Paul Craig, right? Navajo Sterling, I mean, he's like, I don't know, I don't even know what to say about him, because he's got like a difficult style. Like, he's really, really tough and he hits hard, but he just doesn't, he chooses not to use these attributes, right? He chooses to, be a mixed martial artist in terms of his skill rather than use his gifts like power, right? But he's pretty good at it, and I think he can be a very good, like, I think he can be top 5, to be honest with you, in light heavyweight. I mean, at this point, right? Navajo Sterling, I think he should fight like Umar Sy next. I think that's a pretty good fight. Tom Nolan versus Charlie Campbell. I should have picked this. I should have put a pick on this, but yeah, I should have expected Charlie Campbell to not have what it takes to beat Tom Nolan. That being said, it was a good fight up till the submission. Tom Nolan, like, he just was a step ahead. He just hit twice as much. I mean, actually, yeah, the numbers show that. And then submitted him pretty quickly. I mean, I was like low-key in the washroom half this fight, but I saw it and it looked pretty good. I saw the finish. It looked pretty good. I think Tom Nolan should fight. I could see him fighting like Raumbetsky, or maybe even what's his name? It's that guy that lost to Oralby. Whoever the fuck that was. I think that's a pretty good fight. Match him up with him. Alright. This fight, like, genuinely pissed me off. Jake Matthews. We picked Jake Matthews, might I add. And Jake Matthews, as I said in the prediction video, Jake Matthews would look really good and really solid. And these striking numbers are so fake. But anyways, Jake Matthews in the first and second round, he was kind of getting outboxed in moments by Neil Magny, but Jake Matthews was doing pretty good, and he was dominating on the ground, and he had a few submission attempts. He had a nasty guillotine, and in the final second of round 1, I don't remember what it was. I think it might have been a rear naked choke, but Neil Magny went out, or at least he lost a lot of blood in his head for a little bit. And then the fucking ref said, he's out, mate, he's out, boy. Right? And then Neil Magny wakes up, and then they say, continue the fight. That's an absolute travesty. I think Jake Matthews should have won. Because if it was 2 seconds later, who would have won? And Neil Magny was asleep. But I get it. It's entertainment, right? It's a product. People would have fucking shit on Jake Matthews. Whatever. Okay, the second round. Jake Matthews does good on the ground. Kind of just smudges him the whole round. And also hits him with his big jab. Nothing really happened significant. In round 3, however, I don't even want to talk about what happened besides the finish, but Jake Matthews and Neil Magny, they scrambled a lot. They reversed positions quite a bit. And I was celebrating. Because I was like, bro, this is so easy. And Neil Magny locks up. It's not even like a nasty darce. It was just a darce, like a standard get the fuck off me submission attempt. And he locks it up and he squeezes and Jake Matthews gets submitted. And it gave me flashbacks of what's his fucking name? Mike Malott, right? Because I love Mike Malott. He's like the best Canadian fighter we have so far. I mean, like besides Eamon Zahaghli, but that doesn't count. And it gave me flashbacks of that. And I look at what Neil Magny is capable of and what he is capable of losing to, and I just forget that I cannot pick on Neil Magny again, right? Okay, so Neil Magny, I think a good fight for him next would be like the loser of Mike Malott versus Kevin Holland, or maybe like Daniel Rodriguez after he loses his next fight. Yeah, I think he should get a fight either close to or in the edge of the top 15. We move on to Jack Jenkins versus Ramon Tavares. Pretty simple fight. Jack Jenkins was just hitting him twice as hard and a little bit more. They were pretty evenly matched on the feet, and that's where it was pretty much half the time, like most of the time. Ramon Tavares, he was just jiggling at range, doing whatever the fuck, whereas Jack Jenkins was doing whatever the fuck, just a little bit better. I think Jack Jenkins can have like a fight, maybe like 1 or 2 fights until the top 15, maybe like a Jakar Close or something like that. I think it's a pretty good fight. Fucking Jimmy Crute, right? Versus Ivan Arslan. Fucking Jimmy Crute, boy. There's nothing to say about this fight. This was just a good performance. I will say Jimmy Crute was getting pieced up. He got like hit by a double jab at the start of the round, and then just like he just took him down. He was just like, yo, I'm literally a grappler. And then he took him down and submitted him with this like nasty rear naked choke. Pretty easy victory for Jimmy Crute. I think he needs to understand that he's not a... Oh, like a fire truck outside. Sorry. He needs to understand that he is not a striker, and he has power, but that's all he has on the feet. Whereas he's a much better submission artist. I think we can put him with like... I think we give him top 15. We can give him like an Alonzo Menafield or something like that. I do like Jimmy Crute. He's a really fun personality. But I don't think he makes it into the top 10, honestly. Unless he like improves his striking, really does. But I don't know. I don't think he has it in him to be that good. Like, he doesn't have him in him to like train that hard in terms of striking, right? But pretty good one for Jimmy Crute. And we move on to Dominick Reyes versus Carlos Ulberg. Pretty easy fight for Dominick Reyes. Dominick Reyes like was just piecing him up at range, right? Carlos Ulberg had nothing for Dominick Reyes' pace. And then you see like the moment Carlos Ulberg, like he threw like a left hook, and then Dominick Reyes slipped under it and then hit him with a left hand and a right hand down the pipe, put his ass down, and then he stood him up. He was like, yeah, you gotta get up, brother. Like, I gotta give you a chance, right? Dominick Reyes takes him down, right? Takes him down, does like the Marab, take you down, make you stand up, take you down again. Does that a few times, right? And then Dominick Reyes, he hits him with that fucking piston left hand after Carlos Ulberg throws a shitty ass right hand, and then drops his ass bad. And then the ref was like, it's over, right? Absolutely amazing win for Dominick Reyes. And I'm so happy to see that Dominick Reyes won this fight. I think Carlos Ulberg should have a title shot next. I think Dominick Reyes, maybe we give him like... I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it. He needs a layoff. That's what he needs. Like, you know how like UFC works in like cycles, like the matchmaking works in cycles. I think he should just skip a cycle. And we'll see how the rankings come forth. But for now, I think Dominick Reyes should take a layoff after that amazing victory. Carlos Ulberg title shot, gets absolutely slaughtered by Yuri, gets absolutely slaughtered by Ankalaev, gets absolutely slaughtered by Alex Pereira. Fuck Carlos Ulberg. I never want to see his fucking pinhead again. Alright, so that was the whole card. I'll probably make a UFC 320 picks video tomorrow. And I think some what do you call it? UFC 320 is actually a very profitable event. So stay tuned. See ya.